For most of my life, I was pretty lonely, and I had no one who was truly authentically aligned with myself. And that was going to change when I was 10 years old, because from that age onwards, I was determined to get as much knowledge as humanly possible. I was willing to explore, I was willing to learn new concepts that I had no idea even existed in the first place. And yeah, I was already gonna enhance the skills that I kind of already knew, but I wasn't that proficient at it. And these two skills, these two subjects that I would be learning and expanding on were history and the universe. And oh boy, to this day, I still have so many good memories of watching long form educational videos on YouTube about the universe, about black holes, for example, not the. But you understand, about all the different kinds of galaxies, all about the different stars, about all the kinds of different battles that had occurred over the course of history, about all of the most notorious historic events and the most impactful of them all. Like, for example, the Siege of Constantinople in 1204 or 1453, or yeah, there were a lot of them. But also about all the big wars that happened over the history. World War One was the first one that got me into watching history videos in general. But there was still something missing, you know. Still something that was holding me back from actually sharing this knowledge and starting real conversations with the people around me. I already had the value. I already had all of the conversation skills that I needed. But there was still one thing that I deeply lacked. I couldn't maintain a conversation with everyone effortlessly. I just had no idea how to hook them to the conversation in the first place. Because if someone already hooked themselves to my conversation, then that would be perfect. And I would be able to talk with them for hours. And that got confirmed to me a lot during my entire life. But for me, yeah, that was a huge problem. I already had all of the value. I already had all of the different fun facts that would keep the conversation going. But there was one catch. I had, or at least at the time, I thought I had no value besides that. I had no stories, I had no analogies, I had no real skills that I could show off to the people around me. And I was so confused all the time. I was like, what's wrong? I can already talk to anyone, so why don't they want to talk to me? Well, it was partly because I wasn't authentically aligned with them, but also just because, yeah, not everyone just wants to talk about the universe and history all the time. And so I ended up becoming what I call a school bot. You know how when you go to high school and you have all of these different types of people who graduate from there, and they have all of this theory engraved in their subconscious mind that is just lying there, and there's no practicality involved. That's exactly how I felt after researching history and the universe for a whole year. I had a lot of theory inside of my head, but there's no practicality that I could implement it into my daily life. Because how would I implement telling about World War One? Something that has already happened that I cannot even, practically implement. Sure, I can talk about it for hours, but for example, I cannot create a memory out of it. I cannot make a story out of it that I can repeat to the people around me. I cannot I cannot attach a analogy to one of the stories that have happened to me in my past life. Like sure, I'm doing it right now with this video since I'm explaining something to you, since I'm a teacher. But at that time I had none of this and I just didn't know what to do. I was basically just like those high school students that have been studying all day long, but at the end, they just get a degree that just says, good job for wasting your time over here. And they go into the real world and they find out that they're practically useless. They have no real job, they have no real skills, they have no real potential, they're just nothing. And coincidentally, these people were the same people that I was struggling to hook and to have a real conversation with them. I had no real way of actually combining the universe and history with my daily conversations. I had no real stories that I could attach them to. Like, for example, just to give a random example, let's say that I would talk about this random battle that happened in World War One, and I would say something like, I researched the history about my family, and I found out that my great great grandfather uh, fought in this battle, and he lost his leg. Imagine how cool that would be. And yeah, I had all of the knowledge about. Well, I never really studied battles in general, but of course I knew about a lot of them. I knew about all of the different fronts that happened in World War One. But yeah, I had that part of the equation, but I didn't have the personal part in the I forgot the word in the equation. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You need both of these parts to craft a perfect delivery and a perfect conversation flow. That is exactly what you need. And that's exactly how you can prevent yourself from becoming a robot that just studies theory all the time, and in the end he's just useless because he has no personal, yeah, stories to attach it to. And that's exactly what I want you to prevent of becoming. I want you to start taking just random side quests through your daily lives. I know that we are timeless readers on self evolution, and I deeply respect that about you. You're reading books every single day, you're improving your mental and your physical health. You're learning all these conversation topics, even though the only conversation technique that you need is to just connect with the infinite intelligence that resides inside of you and just let go of worshipping exterior gods. Let that marinate inside of your head. You don't need to please others. All you need to do is just please your mind and please the God that is within you, and everyone will want to talk to you. So then why are we learning all of this technique that I'm teaching to you in this video? So that you don't act like a complete robot. By the fact that you're watching this video, it means that you're on the right frequency. And frequency just basically means a mental attitude. I know that you're probably not familiar with that term, but basically you have the right mental attitude of the person that is gonna be successful in wealth, health, and relationships. Anywhere that he goes, he's gonna be successful. So good job, my friend. You've materialized this video, and you're now gonna learn how to not become a robot. And it's like I already mentioned, the way that you don't become this high schooler that just has nothing going for himself is to actually just do the fucking opposite and just start living life. Go on adventures into nature, observe the finest details, literally visualize yourself doing all of these tasks that you already want to do, whether it is trading, whether it is swimming in the sea every single day. I don't care. If it is going out with your friends and fucking up your sleep schedule uh, were because you were up for 2 hours more, I don't care. All you need to do is just get to those life stories, man. You just need to have them. Go on random side quests each and every single week. I don't care. It can be as small as just going to the gym or just going for a 1 hour long walk into nature. Or it can just be just randomly walking around your town, just sitting on the benches and appreciating the nature. And then when a random passer And then let's just say that you just like sit on the bench, you close your eyes, and you just get a random thought about this random but very interesting chemistry fact that you learned a long time ago. You find out that cholesterol is the main molecule when it comes to synthesizing testosterone and estrogen, the, the two main hormones that go into the equation of whether you're a man or a woman. And then a lady drops her phone in front of you, and she just walks by faster and faster. And you're like, wait, isn't she gonna pick up the phone? So you stand up from the bench, you go and grab it, and then, as the as if it was literally meant to be, the wind starts to slightly push you forward, even though it is not windy at all. Suddenly the sun creeps out from behind the clouds, and it shows its beautiful face, and it shines on both of you, and you tap her on the shoulder, she turns behind you, and she literally, you can see a spark inside of her eyes. You reach out with the mobile phone in your hand, and you say to her, "My lady, you dropped this." And then a beautiful conversation ensues. She literally sees you as the Adonis of your current self, of our current age. She literally sees the beautiful sun, literally bombarding you with UV light. She literally sees the wind blowing your hair as if you were from a fairy tale, as if you were from some kind of a movie. And then she's just happy that you gave her the mobile phone. And then you ask her the random question. You're like, "Hey, where could I get some eggs? Don't you have any contacts that I may use?" And from that point onwards, a nice conversation starts because eggs are one of the best sources of cholesterol, and cholesterol gets naturally converted inside of your body. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman into either estrogen or testosterone. That's just how it works. Imagine yourself in that situation. What question would be better to ask her in that situation? Would be, "Hey, did you know that cholesterol gets converted into testosterone as you intake it into your body?" Or, "Hey, do you know anyone who owns a lot of chickens in this local area?" You can already see the difference. You attached it to some kind of a value of your own that you have. You can attach it to a desire that you have or a story. Like, for example, you don't have to need the eggs for the testosterone. You can need those eggs because you want to bake a birthday cake for your brother or something like that. I don't care. What matters is that you add something of your own. You know that it is something very beneficial for the people around you, and so you attach it to some kind of a value of your own that you want to either provide or something that you already have. You add that final piece of equation that will give you the true result that you're looking for. And who knows, that caring nature that she sees in you may eventually seal the deal, and both of you will be going out together in a couple of months. Because reality and the universe is like a magnifying glass. If you just start thinking about her more and more, she will start to show up in your life more and more. You will continue to manifest her over and over again until both of you are married. And then you have a nice chicken farm by the sea. And yeah, you have a nice room where you day trade every single day. You have two beautiful children, and I'm already going way too far with this analogy and with this story, but you understand what I'm trying to say. This is how you do it. You don't just repeat facts over and over again like some kind of an AI bot. You actually add some of your own value, brother. That's how you do it. That's how you just don't become a slave to society. Have some kind of your own value. Go and adventure. Go and make new friends. Go and cold approach. Go into nature. Go into the gym. Go into anywhere that you desire. Just make sure to at least have one adventuring session in a week. And make sure that you talk to at least one person when you are in there. Okay? Trust me, this will change your life forever. You will get so much value, brother. And that's exactly what you need. You don't need any of these conversation topics. You don't need anything. All you need to do is just some authenticity and genuinely being interested in what the other person has to say about your questions. That's it. Just add your own story to it. That's the main technique that you need. Okay? If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest I should go check out Timeless Reader's Mindset in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be an absolute fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you